Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jump and today I'll be reviewing the second DLC level for the LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens game, that being Post Quest for Survival. Now this is a level that takes place after Finn and Poe crash lands back on Jakku after escaping the First Order, and this is kind of seeing how Poe managed to survive, even though it's not in the main movie. It's like one of those things that's like you can kind of see his perspective, even though it's technically not canon. And yeah, for this level, Poe's helped out by one of the residents on Jakku, and who helps him get back to full health, as well as Poe helping out the resident by fighting out some bandits, I believe, if I remember correctly. And yeah, there's also a bit of this level is a bit of a speed racer type level, as well as part fighting based mission, in the sense that I believe in the first half of the level you're on like this sort of like speed racer type of vehicle, and then for the second half you're basically just blasting your way through a bunch of enemies. And this is an alright level. I do enjoy some bits of it. The first half it can be quite difficult-ish, because there's like a lot of things you need to avoid. Like there's these traps that are set up, and then for the second half, it's obviously like similar to how it's done in the Skywalker saga, in that you will go behind specific obstacles or barriers so you can hit your enemies, that sort of thing. And yeah, and if I remember correctly, you have to like move or do specific things to make characters or particular enemies run away or stuff like that. It's typical, the same sort of thing in a bunch of other levels in the game. So yeah, and now it's time for some gameplay. So for the first part of Post Quest for Survival, it's that you're in a sort of like ship section. That basically means you're basically piloting a ship, not a sheep. And if you're playing single player, you can switch between either controlling the main ship or switching to the gun bit. And I would say piloting the ship is probably better, because it's easier to control, and I think it's a bit more easier to hit things with, in my personal opinion, because if you're like in single player and you switch to the gun, I think you don't have really much control over the ship. But I think if you're controlling the main ship, you can control better with the gun. But I think it's a lot better if you put this part in co-op, because then you can have one person controlling the ship, another person controlling the gun section, and that's really cool. So yeah.
Once again, I am willing to entertain the plan of a madman.
So for the next section, it's basically
first thing we need to do.
You have to take out
We gotta free those.
like particular parts or particular enemies. So it's pretty much standard in any other LEGO game, because you do have levels that do work like this, in that you will have particular characters or particular areas taking on a bunch of bad guys.
We need to keep its attention if we wish it to create a distraction.
I don't think it's quite cool. I do like how it's done. Like you have to like basically sneak about.
I shall be back momentarily.
Yeah, it's kind of fun in certain parts.
How to dispense the food portions.
Yeah, in each section you will need to use different, I believe if I remember correctly, you have to use different things to get certain characters' attention, stuff like that. So yeah, it's basically just make sure you get like different outcomes. So that's why you got like stuff like the different buildable things. So then it becomes like a regular shoot 'em up. So it's kind of like how in the Skywalker Saga, where you just have to hide behind certain areas and just shoot everyone, or shoot all the enemies until there's no more, until you can proceed. So yeah, and then if I can, you can. I don't think I'm going to get it now, but like if you do, if you're able to get your power bar to max, you are able to get a lot of power shots.
Without
So that's quite
stay
cool.
on our fair planet may be permanent.
Great.
So
I mean, I've had a nice vacation, but I'd kind of like to get back to work.
yeah, it's basically just taking out a bunch of bad guys and just making sure it's basically just taking out a bunch of bad guys and just freeing a lot of people in a certain area. So yeah, so that's been it for the gameplay. Now it's time to go back to the review. So overall, I would say that this level is quite enjoyable. I do like how it gives you the perspective of how Poe survived at the beginning of The Force Awakens. Even though I watched the movie, I think both when we see him again in The Force Awakens and in the game with the DLC level, you can see like you can kind of enjoy both. I would say, in my opinion, because in the film when you get to see him take on the First Order in the cantina scene base area, it's kind of like, I think it's meant to be hype, like, oh, you get to see Poe again. And in the game, in the Lego Star Wars game, when you play through the DLC level, it's like, oh, okay, this is how he survived. Even though it does take a bit of the mystery away of how he could have survived, but overall, it's somewhat of an enjoyable level. So yeah. So that's been my review for the second DLC level for the Lego Star Wars Force Awakens game. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.